Happy birthdays as well. You always find the latest courtyard permanent solution. Out of the box.
Hello and welcome to Radio Waves by Todderbert. If you enjoy reviews, comparisons, band scans of new and classic portable radios, then make sure to subscribe and tap the bell icon to miss any of my most excellent videos. In front of us we have the Studebaker SB2001. This is an AM FM portable radio. I purchased this radio for a total of $19 from Amazon and it arrived like this. It's available in 3 colors. I got the red and black version. They have an all white with a blue accent, and they also have an all teal colored one for the same price. So here's the box. Portable AM FM radio, auxiliary input jack, AM FM receiver, foldable handle. Nice features. Get some pictures of people having fun there at the diner. Yep. She may not be having fun. She's not smiling. She's working. What? Pictures of the radio on the sides here. Top, we have old school Studebaker font. That's pretty awesome. On the back here, Studebaker portable FM radio. Okay, so I got this radio because I really like their older one, the 2000, I think. This is the earlier one, and I really like this one. This one's like $15. I don't know if they sell this one anymore, and I wanted to see what the newer one provided. So they made quite a few changes, and we'll talk about those changes. So there we go. Bottom of the box, pretty simple. Intertech radios, distributed by Spectra Merchandising. Okay, China. All right, let's go open this up. Let's see what we get. Yeah, some affordable radio, definitely. Okay, so here's the radio in bubble wrap. Put that aside. AC cord came with it. I felt that. There's a manual. And the box is empty. Set that aside. First thing, we'll just show you the cord. It does come with an AC cord, which is nice. I'm going to lower this down a little bit here. And this is used to power the unit when you're not using batteries. Really nice. This is definitely a tabletop radio or a shop radio. Does a fantastic job for that. So good to see that included. We have next the manual. It's like a roadmap here. First page here kind of shows you the different features of the radio. We'll just kind of go page by page. You guys can look, pause, whatever you got to do. This is for posterity. Here we got specification, FM 88 to 108, AM 525 to 1710. And then I think they talk about troubleshooting and your warranty. You have a 90-day warranty, valid in US only. Okay. And back here I think there's just a lot of compliances and whatnot and dangers, and be careful. Don't stick a metal object here. Yeah. Alright, so there you go. Oh, that's cool front. Nice. Okay, so next we have the radio in bubble wrap. Tape it up. Cool, let me set this aside. Alright, this foldable handle's in the way. Let me just bring that up. That looks pretty nice. Look at that. Alright, so let's go over dimensions. So we have 9 inches across. That includes the handle here. We have 7 inches, including the handle fully extended up. And we have 5 1/4 inches when the handle is folded back. And we have a case depth of 3 inches. That includes the battery compartment and the front tuning knob. We'll do a little size comparison. Now you did see, I don't think I can get this up that high. Let's see. I did have the other Studebaker here in silver. And it gives you an idea for size. They went a little bit bigger. And neat thing here is they actually went with a bigger speaker, because the speaker here is like this big, even though they have this huge speaker grill. I took it apart and the speaker is like a little 2-inch speaker. Here definitely got a 3-inch, but they made the knob a little easier, a little larger there, and they made it easier to turn it on and off versus this knob. This is a better knob here, and they put the band select on the front. So there you are, some differences. And next we have CC Pocket. CC Pocket in the house. Whoa, wants to slide away. Gives an idea how a little transistor radio compares against this little beast. And then we have Iron Man. Like a card just to give you an idea for size. Definitely a little bit bigger radio. Reminds me of the size of a Sony 506 or a Sony ICF19 or one of the Panasonics, the 2400D. So let's use a handle to help get that up. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and lower this back down. Alright, it's looking pretty nice there. Okay, so let's talk about features of the radio. So left hand side here we have a black plastic and a red plastic front. I do like that. Here's our folding handle. It's pretty simple. It just folds to the back and down. Doesn't really retract anywhere, so it just kind of folds back out of the way. Front of the radio, Studebaker, we have a diagonal vented speaker grill. It's pretty neat. Behind there's a 3-inch speaker. We have our volume on off, our band select FM AM, and our tuning, and you can see the scales there. We have 88 to, let's see, 108, and then the pointer is pretty much this nub on the wheel, and it doesn't quite match up the frequency it's pointing at, and there's no way to change that. Let me show you. Let's show you really quick. If you pull this up, this comes off, and it comes out, and it's only slotted in one spot, so there's no like multiple spines where you can move it. That'd have been really nice, guys, if you thought of that. That way, if your dial's off, you can just adjust it that way, but they made it so you can only have it in one position. So, yeah, that's how that works. But they got easy to tune, pretty simple. There's a spot here towards this direction where it's a little stiffer than everywhere else. I don't know if it's plastics interfering. I tried to pull this knob up a little bit, pushed all the way down. I noticed a little resistance when it was pushed all the way down. So I pulled up just a little bit, so now it's a little smoother to turn. Okay, over here we have the auxiliary in, which we'll use today to do an audio check. Of course, you saw the handle. We have an antenna here, which is 22.5 inches. Really good for FM. It swivels 360 degrees. Even has a little notch here for the antenna. So I'm going to put that back down. There's a little finger grip there too. I don't know if you saw that. Help you get the antenna loose. All right, locks in place. And on the back of the radio, we have Studebaker, the model number. Looks like frequency ranges again. Runs on the AC, which I showed you. There's the AC plug-in on the back. I kind of wish it was on the side, like the 506. That actually makes sense. So you could put this against a counter really nice. So it's out of the way. Definitely would be nice. Having that cord there, it's going to have to bend a little bit. You're going to have that radio forward more. This would be good for a desk where you have the space to do that. But against the counter in a kitchen might be a little bit more difficult depending on what kind of setup you have. All right, and then of course we'll keep going to the back here. It operates on 4 C batteries. That's one thing I wish they'd get away from, because C batteries in this day and age aren't as popular as they once were. I'm looking here, it's the serial number, but that looks like the date of manufacture, July of 2018. Let's go ahead and just open this up. Okay, there we go. So we got 4 C batteries. Top row, the positives are pointing to the left, and the bottom row, the positives are pointing to the right. So simple 4 C battery operation. Again, 2 D batteries have been great. I don't think it needs to have 4 Cs, but it does work. But I feel this radio will mainly be used plugged in to the outlet. All right. So let's go ahead and talk about FM reception, and we'll turn this on. So FM reception report. I was a little bummed with this radio. I rate radios on a 5-star basis on FM. So I start out as a fair, okay, good, very good, excellent. And most radios, analogs, fall in between okay and good, which is about 48 stations found. Better DSP radios find about 60 to 70 stations, which is a good to very good rating depending. This radio here is a DSP radio, so I thought, oh wow, this definitely, be above average. Well, found out it's below average. This scored just an okay 2-star rating. I only found 39 stations with this longer antenna, doing my normal sweeps, my normal position by the window, how I test all my radios for FM, and I was pretty bummed out, but I think I know why. I was finding strong stations, no problem, and what was happening was as I was tuning it on the FM dial, I noticed that strong station would stay there quite a while, and then all of a sudden go away, and another strong station would appear, so those faint stations were getting overridden with the circuit. So the sensitivity is gone because of that larger strength on the dial from those stronger stations just bleeding over. But it gave a feeling when you're tuning it as it was almost like an analog. It was very interesting. You weren't hearing stepping on the FM as much as you do on the AM circuit. That was a very interesting feature. So I think they went with a radio that operates kind of like an analog feel and latches on those stronger stations than trying to pull out weaker stations. And it's not a bad thing for a tabletop radio and wanting to get local and semi-local stations. So that's pretty much what you expect to do with this radio. FM selectivity gets an okay because it's just not that selective because that one station overpowers those other ones. So yeah, it gets a 2-star rating on FM. Does it make it a bad radio? No, it just makes it less desirable if you're using it at long distances, like you're, say, in a cabin where your FM stations are 50 plus miles away. You're going to have a hard time getting those stations in, or if at all. So definitely good urban radio, good suburban radio. good city radio, you'll have a good time with that. But if you're out in the boonies with this radio, you're not going to have as much fun with it. Just telling you right now. So let's go ahead and plug into the auxiliary port here. I usually use a MP3 player hooked up to a FM transmitter, but I don't have to do that because it has auxiliary in, so we're going to use that feature to the radio. So I'm going to plug this little Sony player into the side here so we can play some music. All right, here we go, auxiliary in. There's no headphone jack if you noticed, so you don't get that with this radio. So I don't think the old Studebaker had it either. Let's see. Okay, the old Studebaker had auxiliary in, but no headphone jack, so all right. So it's pretty similar, but the sound out of the speaker is much nicer to hear. Just going to turn this on. I'll be sure my iPod's playing. Okay. We'll run this for a few minutes. And we're going to follow up with a medium wave band scan. See what's out there tonight. And then we'll do some final thoughts. There you go. You got an idea for that. That's cool. If you like to do that, you can kind of compare with my other videos to see a difference in tinniness or bass tone control. That it just gives you a little bit of a primer to give an idea of what that speaker may sound like when you get it in your home. Overall, nice room-filling audio, pleasant on the ears, not tinny whatsoever. The other radio was a bit tinnier, And I think I know why. They had to make the cabinet was smaller, plus they have storage for the AC cord. This one does not have storage for the AC cord, which is kind of a bummer, so you have to make sure you don't misplace that cord. But it does allow for a bigger speaker in there. So let's go ahead and switch to the AM band. And here we can pick up Tonight. Now, I got my Skywave. Always keep it handy. This Skywave, what's the time it is here? I got 10:24 p.m. Central Daylight Time near Chicago, Illinois. We use this as a frequency checker if I get lost in the dial, but I don't think I will. I was trying to tune this last night, and I got a few stronger stations. I got Zoomer radio, which was nice, but typically it wasn't getting anything super distant. So we'll see what we can tonight. Could be different. So we'll turn this off and restart this here. Okay. The bottom of the AM band. So the AM band here starts at 525 and goes to 1710. So we're watching it sweep this way. Again, dial accuracy is not there, so I kind of have to go by ear. This one definitely has some stepping involved. Okay, picking up CHLO out of Brampton, Ontario. This is 441 miles away. Low power station. Tell by the Indian speakers there. Have to go real slow. This is a 540 WAUK, Jackson, Wisconsin. Always sounds kind of crummy at night. 70 miles away, 400 watts.
The author's name was Thomas Paul.
And we'll see if we're hearing anything far here.
I can't say enough, and I wanted to thank you personally. That is the best call I've gotten in a long time. The big 550 KTRS.
There we go. I just heard a KTRS. Nice. This is
We wish him all the best.
This is 550 St. Louis, Missouri.
You got it.
275 miles, 5,000 watts.
You gotta be somewhere. It's like really urgent. You don't want to do it. Some things just can't be otherwise. Where can people find out more? Are you doing this under the aegis of YAF? Yeah, this is all.
560 WIND, Chicago. Again, the strong signals, the Chicago stations, and are going to sound pretty good. That's my location. Being near Chicago, Illinois, I'm going to hear all these.
On Sunday,
They sound really good.
The Democrat Chris Hahn. That should be fun. Sort of debate. All right. If you are another hater like Michael Knowles who thinks men are not.
Your chance at a brand new Ford F-150 is as close as the participating Northland Ford dealer. Stop in, put your name in the box, and cross your fingers your name will be drawn as one of our 57 key qualifiers. See you at our next live broadcast where you can register to win. And be sure to check WNAX.com for the list of participating Northland Ford dealers, including Will Roth Ford of Chamberlain, South Dakota.
Okay, this is coming in pretty good. This is surprising me. I did not expect this reception. WNAX 570, Yankton, South Dakota, 460 miles, 5,000 watts. Yeah, I'm spending a lot of time on the bottom of the dial here, but hey, we're getting some good stations. Why not? Let's keep going. This is great. Wow. Surprising. $19 radio? Pretty impressed.
Stress or mental health resources, call this hotline. It's free and confidential. No one needs.
Wednesday on the show.
I heard Omaha, and I think that's 580. Okay, this is great. So this is another distance station on 580. I'm going to put the information here. This is a station out of Omaha, Nebraska. Sweet.
Double and a 3-run fifth. Also, and a solo home run in the fourth as well to help back.
Let's see what else we can find. Probably a couple stations there were like 590, 600. Not sure about that country music. Let's see what that is. I got my Skywave. Okay, so that's 630. This is Chatham, Ontario, CFCO, 310 miles, 6,000 watts. Nice. Just getting a hint of WMFN, Peatone, Illinois, which is a Hispanic station, about 75 miles away, 1,600 watts at night.
The thief section where all the thieves sit. Raise your hand if you snuck into the Opry today.
Because they weren't a great...
Okay, I just had 650.
Playing with any kind of...
Okay, I had 650 there. I lost it. Okay, they were coming in clear. Must have faded. All right, so that was 650. Nashville, Tennessee, when it's the Deal Opry. WSM, 434 miles away. Sweet. Keep going.
Looking as scared, honestly.
Yeah, he looks scared.
As he did last game.
And he looks completely uncomfortable. And I guess part of the question is, are they forcing him in?
This is 670 to score, WSCR, Chicago.
And that are not best suited to his skill set.
I would have to say yes, because Mitchell Trubisky's strengths, and we saw it from the very beginning, even in the preseason of 2017, his strength is when the pocket moves, and he has the opportunity to throw on the run.
Gordon is number 2. Game of Thrones star Sophie Turner in 3rd. McAfee recommends when searching, only click on reputable sites and don't illegally stream music, movies, and TV shows. Jason Nathanson, ABC News, Hollywood.
Your next update will be at midnight. Rob Carpenter, News Radio 700 WLW.
700 WLW. Online at 700 WLW.
There you go. Cincinnati, Ohio, 300 miles, coming in like crystal clear. Beautiful.
Of devices like Alexa, Google Home, Xbox, and Sonos. An iHeart radio station.
With modern technology, being a Louisville Cardinals.
Minutes, 8 minutes in the express lanes, 390.
720 WGN Chicago.
390 to the post office, 29 minutes, and the other way, also 29 minutes. For personal...
Okay, this is cool. This is CFZM Zoomer Radio, 740, Toronto, Ontario, 460 miles. The tunes really match the radio, definitely.
Through there with lane access limited. Also seeing work continuing 400 northbound in Sandy Springs as you have the ramp to Abernathy Road blocked. Use Northridge Road, exit 6 over to 400 southbound for the detour. 400 southbound itself has 2 left lanes blocked for work between Holcomb Bridge and Northridge. This report brought to you by UPSjobs.com. Need more money this holiday season? Well, November 1st, UPS is hosting a one.
This is WSB Atlanta, Georgia.
Locations, thousands of jobs. Visit UPSjobs.com/Brown Friday for a location near you. Steve Winslow, 95.5 WSB. I'm WSB meteorologist Kurt Hollis.
So there you go, 630 miles away. Wow, this radio is impressing. Very cool.
Through the early morning, lows 46. For Wednesday, sunshine, high
6,000, mention code SAVAGE. Or visit carshield.com, code SAVAGE.
Okay, Savage Radio. You know, this guy is very argumentative. Excuse me. My throat's losing my voice. WJR Detroit, 760. This is Michigan. This is 270 miles away. But yeah, I always hear this guy complaining. He's never like happy.
Do this. Does he not know the history of missing in this country?
With the
Okay, so we're just barely picking up 770 New York City, New York, 750 miles, WABC.
Now, Stalin has this vision, that's settling,
That's in between 780 and 760.
Between the suspect and the girl or her family. WBBM News Time, 10:36.
That's WBBM Chicago on 780.
Injuries is disturbing.
My partner, 44 years, was...
I'm barely moving this dial. Dial, you know, I meant the tuning wheel.
Elderly, babies, women, and children.
No idea what this is.
You're listening to Ground Zero. Numbers to call tonight, 877.
There you go. It's probably 840 WHAS.
Yes, the talking board is back for Halloween. Ouija board.
Louisville, Kentucky, about 300 miles.
Biggest one. That's right. Our Ouija board's bigger than your Ouija board.
CJBC 860, Toronto, Ontario.
Without using soap, well water will no longer smell or stain your
870 WWL, New Orleans, Louisiana, 865 miles.
Wave Home Solutions provides the
Here we are, WCBS, New York, New York, 750 miles. Have to really crank the volume. I'm sure if I brought a loop in, it would make a difference. I'm going to tune up a little quicker.
The Jets are really football.
And what we're experiencing in Canada is virtue stickweed disguised as solving the problem.
60 innings during the year. It is 5-4 Washington. Second, 2 down in the 8th. Today Martinez is asking 4 outs out of Doolittle. He got 4 out of Hudson. But
it's so sad what we come to with $1.6 trillion in debt. And you tell people, now, you can make the argument.
I started to think, well, what if they tear this house down? And what if nobody recognizes that what...
On KYW, just radio.
There's construction on the expressway.
I think I heard KYW. I think that's what I just heard.
Winning home comfort. You don't have to
1060.
break the bank to have a top-of-the-line heating and
Philadelphia,
cooling
Pennsylvania.
system. You can get a return on your investment. The heating and cooling...
Hey, there's like 6 teams in the West that can win the NBA championship.
1100 WTAM,
3 teams in the
Cleveland.
East that can win it.
I saw this like, what in the world? But let's go ahead and get Sissy's perspective on this. Hey, Sissy,
Sounds like 1120 KMOX.
On the air.
Hi.
Heard him say St. Louis.
To add some clarity.
275 miles.
My own personal life. That the polar bears were going to decline.
We'll go to the top of the dial now. Skipping a lot.
Is the person who did this, or was it there?
So if you hear it kind of faint, keep going back and forth, it might come stronger. This is 1610 CHHA, Toronto, Ontario. So it's working pretty strong up the top of the dial here. And we'll stop here in a second. Okay, gives us an idea what to expect with this radio. All right, let me turn this off. Do final thoughts? The Studebaker SB2001, final thoughts. Is it worth $19? Yeah, for a good shop radio, kitchen radio. Not expecting a ton, but I was really surprised to pick up some of those faint stations tonight. I wasn't able to the other night, so that's really, really impressive. During the daytime, I was getting mainly my locals and semi-locals. Nothing too distant during the day. that you could really listen to, but on medium wave. Definitely was picking up my locals, semi-locals with no issue whatsoever. FM was kind of a letdown, but it does sound good on those strong stations it received. So it does for $19. It's on a budget. You got AC driven. You don't have to worry about any batteries. You can just plug this by your desk or in the kitchen and off you go. It doesn't take much to tune this. I actually like this tuner much better than the old one. The old one was, you could barely hang on to this little dude, and the dial was harder to read. It's harder, even though I didn't put an indicator, it's harder to see that. So I actually like this style better as far as the tuner goes. So yeah, it gets my recommendation. Awesome. So if you enjoyed this video, hopefully give a big like. You guys are the best. If you guys are interested in Studebaker radios, when they come out, I'll grab them. I do like the styles. They're very cool, different, unique. And just subscribe at the bell icon for more Studebaker radios or other radios I may have similar to this style. I'm definitely always looking for that retro vibe. I think that's really neat. And then, of course, 3, comment below what you think about the Studebaker SB2001 at around $19. Would it be something you'd be interested in buying? Maybe give it to your mom for the kitchen. Maybe you take it to work. Maybe put it in the garage. Let me know. All right, guys, take care, and we'll see you next episode.